Hello everyone, welcome to Rex Flippers. Today is 1/8/2024, and today I am going to be discussing what I sold over the holidays, and I'm only going to cover items that were over $25 and up. We had a total sales on eBay of 95 items on eBay in December, for a total of $1,650.82, and the buyers were all in at $2,561.93. Then also on Macari, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I had 8 total sales on Macari. All of it, most of them coming the last week of the month, and for a total of 144.58. And then also on Whatnot, yes, had a total of 70 items for a total of $370. So I sold a lot of items, but it wasn't that much money in them. 370 divided by 70 is about $5.25 an item. I did have one item that was over $25, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit when we get to it. So, without further ado, I'm going to get back to my eBay page, and we'll start out. The first item we sold that was over $25 was 2 vintage Pixie Elf knee hugger Japan ornaments and 1 felt covered Santa. Now, I had no cost on these. The buyer paid $24.49, all in at $31.27, and those went to Yigo, Guam. Yigo, Guam. The next item I had was an Orbrium train and train cars with wood tracks set. It has the stores, the trees, houses, and everything, more than 100 pieces. We had $3 into it. We sold it for $27. Buyer was all in at $43.23, and that went to Columbus, Ohio. The next item I had was an Interstate Leathers Chaps men's size 2XL black leather motorcycle vintage USA, and these sold for $36. Again, I had no cost on these. Those were sold for $36. Buyer all in at $49.09, and those went to Selma, Texas. Next item I have is a Burnmaster Hawk wood burner by Master Carver. It's pre-owned and it worked. It was almost like new. It came from the estate sale, which we've already doubled our money on the estate sale. And we sold that item for $90. Buyer was all in at $110.76, and that went to Ruby Valley, Nevada. And the next item also came from that same estate sale. It was a Dala Islamic Arabic Middle Eastern antique brass tea coffee pot, Quawa, 17 inches tall, and it sold for $75. Buyer was all in at $97.68, and that went to Springfield Gardens, New York. Next item I had was a rare 60s vintage Ethan Allen rooster wall hanging. It's 29 inches tall, and it sold for we were in it for $12. It sold for $95. Buyers all in at $167.04. That went to Omaha, Nebraska. Then I had from the estate sale again, I had a vintage Canon FD 1 by 1.8 50 millimeter camera lens. $45 purchase, 51.22 all in, and that went to Austin, Texas. And the next item, we were coming back from Walmart, and we stopped at this thrift store over there. We've been to a couple auctions there, and we picked up this vintage Cincinnati Redlegs National League Champs pennant with photograph. We purchased it for $4.99, sold for $55. Buyers all in at $65.22, and that went to San Antonio, Texas. Then the next item was a rather large item. It was a large NFL logos 2011 football-shaped Bud Light beer metal sign, 46 by 26, official NFL product. And it sold for $75. I had no cost on that. It sold for $75. Buyers all in at $107.16, and that went to Keller, Texas. And the next item I had was a vintage home collection porcelain nativity set with box, white with gold trim from JCPenney. We are in it for $6. Sold it for $34.49. Buyers all in at $58.30, and that went to Englewood, Colorado. Then we had a mid-century 5-piece set of vintage beige kitchen canisters, cookie, flour, teas, etc. We were into these at $8.50. Sold them for $25. Buyers all in at $38.51, and that went to Newport News, Virginia. Then we had a Pyrex Corning Visionware amber 10.5-inch glass skillet with cover, and we were $6 was our purchase on that. Buyer paid $27.49 and was all in at $41.67, and that went to Daytona Beach, Florida. Then we had 14 vintage plastic candlestick bulbs with color fluid bubbling Christmas lights. Now, I don't have any pictures of this because eBay, after we had sold the item, eBay removed the item, saying that they were hazardous. I couldn't see anything that was hazardous with them myself, but by the time they pulled it, we'd already sold it and delivered it. And they sold for $26. We were in for $2 on those. Sold for $26. Buyer was all in at $37.10, and they went to Mount Vernon, Illinois. Then we had a Heptic Lab little bat kite. It's a white, a 10-inch by 24-inch bamboo and terline silk kit. We were in it for $3.40. Sold it for $41.99. Buyers all in at $53.83, and that went to Cleveland, Ohio. And then the last thing I had on eBay, the last day of the month, was Landmarks of American History, Volume 1 through 10, hardcover set, 1950-51 from Spencer Press. We were in for a whopping 10 cents on these. Sold them for $25. Buyers all in at $27.75, and they went to Lynchburg, Virginia. Okay, the next item we had, this is on Macari. We only had 2 items that were over $25 on Macari. And the first one was a Fox Racing Titan U Sports Jacket Motocross ATV dirt bike. It's a 2-piece outfit. We were in it for $10. It sold for $46. And that went to Honeyoo Falls, Texas. No, Honeyoo Falls, New York. Honeyoo Falls, New York. And then we had Bob's Dogs women's Skechers. These are pre-owned used shoes. We were into them for $6.99, sold it for $27, and those went to Ithaca, Michigan. And like I said, on Whatnot, we didn't have anything that was over $25. I did have one item that sold for $25, and that was a Canon ZR-40 digital video camcorder. Buyer paid $25 for it, and that went to Long Beach, California. But as you can see, we had a really good month in December with 70 items in Whatnot, 95 items in Macari, so that's 165 items. And then we had 8 in Macari, so that gave us 173 items that we sold in the month of December. And it has slowed down a little bit, but not much. We're still selling. We're ahead of our goal so far for the month. And Macari was starting to worry me there a little bit, because I went almost a month with only one sale. And then I had several sales come in the last week. When I said something about I was going to give Macari another month, if it didn't do anything, I was going to quit selling on Macari. And it was like instantly I started getting bombarded with orders. And it's continued on through this month. I've already gotten 3 or 4 orders already this month on Macari. eBay, we're doing really good on eBay right now. Right now we're at on eBay, we're at 17 sales, and we have 2 items that have bids on them already for this month. So that'd be 19 items already for this month, and it's only the 8th. So it hadn't, like I say, it slowed down a little bit, but we're still ahead of our goal. The only thing about these is none of these are like the big items. The biggest item we've had so far this month has been, I think, $14.99. I think it's the biggest item we've sold so far this month. But all those little ones add up, and they do help make the total look a lot better. I went back to Whatnot. Thought I'd give it another shot. Like see, in December I did pretty good. The only problem was I wasn't getting as much money per item that I wanted to get. However, I'm still trying it. I'm still in there. I'm going to be doing another show this coming Wednesday, which will be December 10th at 1:27 p.m. I'll be doing a Whatnot auction. If you have time, jump in and join in. It's going to be, I'm going to scan the room. I'm going to have stuff out. I'm just going to scan, and they're going to tell me what they want me to run. And I've got Christmas items. I got glass items. I got all kinds of items that I'm going to have out. I got clothing, sweatpants, different things. Hats. I got hats galore. I've got over 100 hats. So we're going to still work on Whatnot. Like I say, I'm not getting as much money as I would like to get on Whatnot, but it is helping to clear out my inventory some, so we can get some newer items in here. So, without further ado, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget about my We the People. I just finished the video this morning. Put it out, and it's on James Monroe, the 5th president of the United States, and I've already gotten about 12 or 13 views on it. It's only been out for about an hour and a half, so people are getting back involved with it and watching my videos. So, without further ado, Going to wish you a Happy New Year. God bless America.